Hey guys, this is Josh coming at you. I wanted to demonstrate a solution to a problem I was having that some of you newcomers to the music Man Majesty may be having. Basically, I wanted to run this guitar in stereo, and I was running into an issue with a hum, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So, for those of you not familiar, this guitar has a stereo jack, and in order to put it in stereo mode, you got to hold the piezo button down for about 10 seconds, and there's a light that flashes on the battery compartment that lets you know it's in stereo. So, and then of course you have to have a stereo cable, which the end that plugs into the instrument, if you notice on the plug, it's got a line in the center. This would be your stereo side, and this goes into your guitar with a stereo output. And then the other end, two ends I should say, are the dual mono end, and both ends do not have that line like it does going to the guitar. Those would be typical of your patch cable or instrument cable. So I've got one end going to my pedal board to my amp for the magnetics, and then I've got the other end to my Digitech RP7 going to my Persona's desktop monitor. And the RP7 is just for some reverb and some compression and EQ. That's pretty much it. But anyways, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm getting a hum. And when I was on the gig, you know, I couldn't use the guitar in stereo because of that, this hum I was getting. And so the only way I could get rid of it was to run the guitar in mono. And you'll notice that when I unplug the piezo side, the hum goes away. But when I plug it back in, it comes back. So, again, I had to use the guitar in mono. So, my research led me, when I was on the internet, my research led me to Parker Guitars. And they had a question on their FAQ, frequently asked questions, and the question was how come I'm getting a hum when I run the guitar in stereo through two different amp sources, which is basically what I was doing. They also mentioned how they unplugged the piezo side on the dual mono end, and the buzz would go away. Well, the solution they recommended was to get a direct box with a ground lift, and that's what I did. If you can see above the RP7, that's a live wire DI direct box with a ground lift. Because this guitar is equipped with a preamp on the piezo, basically this is a passive direct box. You don't have to use an active direct box. Usually active would be for guitars that have piezo systems but no preamp. So basically I got this, and this is going between my Persona's desktop monitor and my RP7. And I don't know if you can hear the amp, but it's making a ton of noise. And even though this is a high gain amp, it shouldn't be making that much noise because this amp is actually pretty quiet for a high gain amp. So, but I'm going to turn the ground lift on, and you're going to notice that the buzz goes away. Now you notice that, and the only noise you hear may be a little bit of hiss and maybe just a tiny bit of buzz, but you know, that's going to be typical for a high gain amp. That's to be expected because you're using preamp distortion. So, and of course, I'm still getting my sound. I'm still getting my piezo. So there you go. That's basically what I did to try to solve this problem.